about in? This guy? Okay. Boy, you make one post in the Facebook group and everybody shows up. Gotcha. It's hard training tonight. Burpees. All right. I know we also have a lot of new folks as well, so we are going to get to some training tonight. But I put out that we're going to do a bunch of promotions tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and do those at the beginning. We'll just kind of go through them, get them done. Folks that we promote, I'll do some pictures and stuff like that as throughout the night. We'll get all those in as well. But I hate doing promotions in class time and it just like monopolizing everybody's training time. So again, you guys that have never trained with me or are relatively new, you know, promotions, the guiding principles that I was taught coming up was we look at a few different areas. We look at technical ability. What is your ability to do a technique, right? What is your technical skill, right? How do you roll with peers in class, right? You know, where are you rolling? Because that's where we're going to see you roll the most, right? We're going to see those rounds the most. It's also where I get to feel how your rolling is because I roll with you, right? How do you do in competition, right? How do you do against other white belts, blue belts, purple belts, brown belts, black belts, right? How does that go, right? And then time in the mat room, right? Not total time you've been a member of the gym, but time you've been in the mat room, right? How often are you here, right? What is the effort you're putting in, okay? And then the last one is, who are you as a person, right? You know, I may not agree with you politically, I may not agree with you philosophically, all of those things, but I feel like I have a pretty good judge of character, and I think what's important to me is how you treat your teammates, how I see you treat people in the community. All of those things matter, right? So those are the things I look for. They're sort of like, I like to use the analogy of they're a video game, right? You know your video game character that has their different attributes, right? I'm looking at all those. If you never compete, that's fine, but then I need to see a lot of rolling in the room, right? Right? I need to see very high technical skill. If you compete all the time, right? What's your technical skill, right? What are you doing otherwise, okay? Just because you're winning competitions all the time, that doesn't necessarily mean you're ready to go from blue belt to purple belt or purple belt to brown belt, right? Okay? There's a whole bunch of factors into it. So that's sort of where we are, and as you guys see this today, I think at least I hope you guys agree with me on the promotions that I do. So, all right. So, yeah, we're going to get it started. I'm going to do these out of order for reasons.
Yeah, whatever reason. Whatever
for
told,
reasons.
that's what you get.
John Duffy. One of the things I talk about is that purple belt. I don't put a purple belt on anybody that I don't envision being a black belt. And I can honestly say, you know, we're gonna have a lot of promotions tonight. Everybody that potentially is getting one of these is somebody I envision as a black belt. But I'm gonna say this about John very quickly. I think he embodies that part of this promotion phase, in that he has worked very, very hard at being a leader in the gym. He has worked extremely hard helping with the kids program, going and coaching kids at tournaments, putting time and effort into blue belts and his fellow blue belts and his white belts, right? And constantly working on technically getting better. So it's my pleasure to give you your purple belt tonight.
This thing may grip when I do this.
Dust. Dust. Dust in the wind. Well, he's going to start beating this one up right away.
Drag it behind the car.
I messaged you, but I don't think you got it. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I was like, I'm doing this now because she's making her put her coat on and leave.
Hey, what's this?
Okay, now back to our regularly scheduled program. Cody Haycraft.
It's the only time he wants to wear a gi. It's the only time he wears a gi.
Listen, that might be your daddy.
Maybe. Again, I same thing that, you know, when I promoted Cody to purple, I said I don't promote anybody to purple I don't see being a black belt one day. And you know, Cody goes out there, puts it on the line all the time. He's a big leader in our competition programs. Again, that leadership quality, right? Coming in, running open mats, covering classes, helping out all the time, coaching folks. Just great leadership. And his technical ability and his coaching ability the last couple of years has really, really stepped up. There are things we disagree on. The buggy choke, right? But one of the things I always talk about is again, I can disagree with you technically, but as long as there's some technical soundness to what you are doing, like we can discuss strategy and tactics and disagree on that, right? I don't want carbon copy black belts, right? He thinks about things sometimes wrong, buggy choke, but he thinks and analyzes and breaks things down beautifully, and I'm super happy to have him and his entire family in the gym with us. So congratulations. Yeah.
Right, the brown belt, it's all Americanas from here on out.
Yeah, it's nothing but Americanas.
Yeah.
Yeah, get with the program. I think I probably got too long of a belt. I'll switch you out.
Don't grow into it.
That's your job at brown belt.
Yeah.
That kid number 2 almost here.
Cody, he bought that back when you first started.
I envisioned that at all. Coach. Again, you see a belt that may not survive this ripping off of, but Koji's been with us for a long, long time, in and out, had moved up to Indy for a little bit, trained with our affiliate up at Naptown, came back down, has had a child, right? But through that time, like I talked about, like, man, when he came back from Naptown, like there was other dimensions to his training, right? His training had expanded, and as he comes back here, I continue to see the same thing, right? So, you know, it's my honor to give you a purple belt. And again, you're somebody that I envision as a black belt one day, right? I envision as a black belt one day because, again, you put the leadership time into people, right? And I appreciate that. So, congratulations. Oh, it doesn't even whip. It's just so.
It's lighter than it.
You can frame that thing.
I make fun of, like, some of you guys remember my blue belt, right? That thing was rough.
Was that a Krugen?
Yeah, that was a Krugen.
You still have it.
For that good.
Yeah, when I had him do my Krugen black belt when I was in Brazil, I had him put the same patch on it. He would put the same patch on it for me. Sorry, it's a little uneven there. It's all good. There you go. Smushy grips! Ah!
Don't look at me now.
Chelsea Woods. So, again, we talk about somebody that puts in the time, right? It's here a lot, is working all the time, and that the technical difference, right? And what I've seen over, you know, the past couple of years, which is like half the time you've been training here, right? Something like that.
You got it.
Yeah. Maybe most of the time you've been training. I can't remember. Right? So, again, and here's, I'll tell you this, and you probably haven't even noticed that I've noticed it, right? But here's where I go back to, this is the leadership belt. This is the leadership belt. I saw you technically improving, but now I see you coaching and helping white belts and blue belts, other blue belts and junior blue belts, right? I see you giving them the technical knowledge that you have and you're passing it down. That's the leadership belt, right? That's the leadership belt, okay? So, congratulations. Don't break anything, okay?
Don't break me.
Get away from the Blue Belt Mafia. Brady. again, you know, what this belt is in my mindset is those folks that are producing some leadership. Also, Brady's super competitive, right? And in that competition, he's brought people along, right? As he's been training for big tournaments, he gets other people in there working with him. I see him helping junior belts all the time, answering questions about the things that he is technically proficient at, right? So it's classic example of what I talk about with this belt, right? Technically competent, leadership, willing to get out there and be in front of people and do things. So super proud to promote you, brother. We tried to set this up when Clay was here, and the dates and everything just didn't work out. So
I'll take it.
I mean, if you want to wait.
You just did this so you could finally throw Brady.
Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to score this too.
Go for the bachelor.
Let it ride. Moxley. So I've talked a lot about what purple belt is, right? Blue belt's consistency, right? Blue belt's effort and consistency. Blue belt's showing up time after time. Here's the other part of blue belt. Blue belt is part of letting go of what you have. And what do I mean by that? Moxley, I don't know if you've noticed this, but he's big. He's not a small man, right? And again, when do I start saying, hey, this guy's ready for blue belt? When he started pulling half guard, right? When he started willingly pulling half guard. Not only is he big, but he has a wrestling background, right? State champion in high school?
Not champion, I went.
You went to state?
Yeah, freestyle.
Okay.
I didn't
He just
play.
watched.
I didn't play. That's a lot of people in freestyle.
Yeah. So strong wrestling background coming into this, right? Strong wrestling background coming into this, and relied a lot on that wrestling and that wrestling base when he started, like he should, right? As he's learning to survive jiu-jitsu. But then he started going, part of that survival is me going, I gotta have a guard, and having the willingness to do that, right? So, you know, that's when I was like, okay, this guy, he's surviving, he's consistent, he's in all the time, right? Lives a shift life, for you guys that don't know, that shift work life, right? But he's here as often as he can be, just really improving. So it's my honor to give you your blue belt today. That might be hard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You just guaranteed every white belt in the house is playing half guard tonight.
Look at me, coach. Look at me, coach. I'm playing your favorite guard. Okay, that was the big string of them. There may be one more tonight. So we'll do that if that person comes, but they told me they were going to be late, so but you know, life happens too. So again, congratulations to all of you guys that got promoted. Everybody knows I am notoriously slow on promotions. I'm notoriously difficult on promotions. I maintain a very, very high standard. I don't believe just because you show up, you get about. I don't care so much about the stripes. I'm terrible with striking people, things like that. What I need is constant improvement. I need you for those markers of those things, like the purple belts. I need the leadership, right? I need the technical skills. I need the technical improvements. I need all of those things to happen, right? So congratulations to all of you. You've all earned it, okay? You guys didn't get promoted tonight, right? I'm sure there's somebody out here that's like, man, I really was hoping, or I thought, you know. Your time is coming. Your time is coming, right? You keep putting in the effort. You keep coming into the gym. You keep improving. It will happen, right? As long as your effort results in improvement, you will get better. Okay? All right? Okay. All right. One more big round of applause for everybody. Guys, we'll work on getting pictures. Right? I want to get into some instruction and some technique. All right? So we're going to work.